pandas Mei Xiang, Tian Tian, and Xiao Qi Ji departed Washington's Smithsonian National Zoo for their journey to China early Wednesday. The panda trio will depart from Dulles International Airport for a 19-hour flight to Chengdu, China, including a brief refueling stop in Alaska. In preparation for the flight, zoo officials fed the pandas breakfast before placing them in individual custom crates after weeks of being familiarized with them. Each crate was then moved by forklifter from their zoo habitat to awaiting trucks. The Smithsonian Zoo says the pandas will travel with approximate 220 pounds of bamboo, 8 pounds of leaf-eater biscuits, 5 pounds of low-starch biscuits, 6 pounds of apples, 5 pounds of carrots, 6 pounds of sweet potatoes, 3 pounds of sugar cane, 1 pound of pears, and 1 pound of cooked squash. Dr. Brandy Smith, director of Smithsonian National Zoo, choked up as she bid farewell to the pandas but hailed conservation efforts. China's minister to the US said China will continue to work closely with the US and others on conservation and research to protect endangered species.
Over 50 years ago, Mrs. Nixon formally welcomed giant pandas Ling Ling and Xing Xing to the National Zoo. 23 years ago, Mei Xiang and Tian Tian arrived. They are an iconic animal for the zoo, for the District of Columbia, and for our country as well. And there are billions of people who have admired, celebrated, loved our giant pandas, and have participated in their conservation. Everyone keeps asking me how I feel, and this is a hard morning. It's been a hard week, and it's been a hard morning. But ultimately, our focus today is on the safe transport of these animals to China. And it's a moment of joy because this is one more step in 50 years of a successful giant panda conservation program, and hopefully the beginning of 50 more years of successful giant panda conservation. So please know that the future is bright for giant pandas. We remain committed to our program, and we look forward to celebrating with all of you when pandas can return to DC.
Today, agreed by both sides, it is time for Mei Xiang, Tian Tian to bring Xiao Qi Ji back home. The 3 family members are all in good health and ready for the flight. As a diplomat in Washington, I say to them goodbye and bon voyage. As a Chinese government official, I say to them welcome back. Giant pandas belong to China. Giant pandas also belong to the world. China will continue to work closely with cooperation partners, including the United States, on the conservation and research of endangered species and biodiversity protection.
The zoo's Giant Pandas program began in 1972 when Chinese premier loaned 2 pandas to the United States soon after the President Richard Nixon's historic visit to China that year. The zoo's current pandas will be going back as the Smithsonian Institution's current agreement with the Chinese government expires. China and the US have worked on breeding and conservation efforts to increase dwindling numbers of the endangered species. The panda's departure marks the end of the Smithsonian National Zoo's 50-year agreement with China.
I want to express appreciation for all of the hospitality that you have given us there in your country, and we wish all your people well, and thank you very much for this lovely photo album of the pandas and for this beautiful picture, and best of all for the gift of the pandas, which all children, whatever age, will enjoy, and I include myself in that category.
Earlier in the week, large crowds gathered for their last opportunity to see the giant pandas before their departure. Several visitors to the zoo wiped away tears as they jostled for a final selfie with pandas who have become beloved Washington icons during their time in Washington.
They're majestic animals, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime to see them, and don't want to miss it at all. We've been here like 3 times. This is our 3rd time in the last month, and enjoying every minute of it.
100 times.
100 time, yeah. There you go.
You did what? 100? We went to the zoo 100 times.
I hope they can come back. I was hoping that they would extend their contract this time, because it seems like they've been able to extend it before. So I was hoping they would do that again, but who knows if they'll be back. I don't know.
I've been here for a while. You want to stay? Here as a kid, once I got my driver's license, I used to drive here with my friends and come see the pandas in the zoo. So I'm sad to see them go. Oh yeah.
Tell me a little bit about
it. I'd also say that tell me where y'all will be, because I want to see them, I want to miss them, and I want to hug them.
The zoo did not say whether it has any immediate plans to try to acquire more giant pandas, but said on its website that it hopes to continue this work in the future.